everybody. Welcome to the YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be making Velaris. Well, I guess so. Rice's townhouse in the city of Velaris, the city of stars, from A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I love this book series. It's amazing. It is my most favorite book series. It's so fantastic. And this is my very first speed build video, so I really wanted to make sure it meant something, my first one. So, yeah. I'm a very slow builder. As you'll be able to tell, the roof took me forever. I mean literally forever. So I tried to do like the gabled roof right here and it did not work. Spoiler alert, it did not work. I had to redo that so many times. I was also going off of a inspo picture. Um, I just kind of looked up townhouses because, like, I live in a small town, so I don't know what townhouses look like, right? So, so I was just trying. Like, this took me so long. I was actually so embarrassed because I knew I was gonna post this, and I was so embarrassed for how long this roof took me. But eventually we got it figured out. I really should have clipped this out, but it's okay. This gives me time to yap. So if you've never read A Court of Thorns and Roses, it is so fantastic and amazing. I love those books. All of them. I've read all of them. They are a bit spicy, so if you're not into that, then don't read them. But anyway, I just love them so much. So I am actually building this lot. I'm building this build on Bard Boulevard in Innisgreen. I use a whole bunch of packs. I don't have all the packs, but I use a whole bunch of packs in this game. Specifically for this, I have a lot of like the vampire builds, or a lot of the vampire pack, like a lot of the vampire pack. Um, so yeah, but yeah. Also, I need to stop giving spoilers. I need to stop. It's sort of the whole point of this video. But anyway, I was also like talking to my parents when I was filming this. And, and I just kept stopping for like 30 seconds at a time. And so when I started editing this, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, I feel like I was pretty fast this time. I'm just gonna have to speed it up. I'm not gonna have to worry about clipping anything. And then I go to watch it, and there's four different 30-second to 2-minute long pauses. I was like, are you serious? It was so crazy. But anyway, so yeah, so we're working on some of the freezes right now. I'm a big freeze fan. I I make a lot of different types of builds, and I mean hopefully, I'll be uploading more speed builds here soon, but I'm Renchilza214 on the gallery as well. So if you are interested in any of my builds, you can go to the gallery as well. But I make a lot of like houses. I don't really make a lot of residential, not residential, a lot of like commercial lots. But yeah, so I was really excited about this. Um, but yeah, I don't really make a lot of gothic houses. Like I make a lot more. My favorite type of house is it's like a Cape Cod colonial. I think it's so gorgeous. This is me putting move objects on because I was like, oh yeah, there's no way I'm building this without move objects. That's another thing. Do you guys have to use move objects? Because I have to. I can't not use move objects. I have to use them. It's so bad. And like the cheats are there for a reason, so I feel like it's not that big of a deal, but whatever. I mean, who cares? So yeah, so I did use for the windows, I did use Get Famous. I love Get Famous's windows. I think they're so pretty. Oh, I just love them so much. And the doors, they're so gorgeous. I can't. Like, you can see, they're so gorgeous. Probably my favorite thing about that pack, and just like all the luxury items, I think they're really pretty. Um, but yeah, so trying to pick out a door. I as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm realizing that I am so indecisive. It takes me forever to pick out furniture and stuff like that. Like to pick out swatches takes me forever. I don't know what it is. And I will say the townhouse was really easy because I mean not the roof part, but like the townhouse was really easy because I just had it was a rectangle, you know. So it wasn't that hard. But I'm really happy that the freezes worked out the way they did. Also just got rid of that floor. Definitely needed that. Actually needed that. So, yeah. And I hate that so much. Um I hate that you can't place columns on stairs. I wish you could because the amount of times I have to use a deck just to like place stairs on it, it's pointless, but that way I can actually put a column on it. Sucks. I hate it. So anyway, yeah, so right now I'm just realizing that this point in the video I'm realizing that I have no clue what I'm doing. Um so yeah. So basically this is sorry, my mom sorry. This is a really bad first YouTube video, but basically my mom's talking to me right now. So basically I am trying out some different stairs. This video is really boring. I'm so sorry for anybody that's watching right now. This video is going to be super boring because it's just me going to be me rambling for like 45 minutes. I'm so sorry. But I think I'm interesting. Also, I really, really loved this build. It was super nerve-wracking at first, especially the bedrooms, because I kind of realized like part of the way into it that hey, more than two people live here. So, yeah. I'm also and this is also true for like the way that I prefer interior design is I really love open spaces, like an open kitchen to dining room floor plan, you know, stuff like that. I really love that. But I feel as though a gothic townhouse it just wasn't giving open floor plan. So once we move into the floor plan, you're going to see it's a lot more closed off. Um but yeah. So right now I'm just doing columns. I went column crazy on this build. I was so obsessed with columns. Every single corner, every single edge, there's columns. I put two up or four up front. Is it was a lot. But to be fair, you should have seen so I already okay, sorry. This is me getting ahead of myself. I made Tamlin. I made the Springcourt Manor. Um I already built that. I started recording, my game updated and crashed. So I lost the recording, but luckily for some reason it kept my build, which I was so happy about. But I'm hoping to be adding that to the gallery probably once this video is finished. But this house is already up in the gallery, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so I have Tamlin's Manor up there right now, or going to be up there, and it was so huge. It was so huge because okay, about the books. I think I've always imagined Tamlin like I think he's a good guy. At least he's not a terrible person. He's not right for Feyre at all. But he's not a bad guy. You know, there's been a lot worse characters. And I just the thing I feel like about him is that like that was her first exposure to the fairy world, you know. And it kind of Tamlin almost feels like new money to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he like feels like very grandeur and very just in your face luxurious, right? But also very warm. And one thing that I got about, you know, Tamlin's Springcourt Manor is that I never felt like, at least when I was reading the books, even in the first book, before I knew the whole plot twist, I never ever felt like Feyre was actually felt at home there. Like it felt like, oh, you know, whatever. She said that she was at home there. I really never felt that way about it. Like he never felt like a homely person, you know? Like he's warm, but he's not homely. Like his house is not lived in. And I feel like my big inspiration for this house was that I wanted it to be lived in. Because that's like kind of something that surprises Feyre is that, like Rhysand and his crew and everybody, like they all are so close and they really love each other and she was really surprised by that. And I was really surprised by that too. But I mean, hey, Rhysand, my Pookie, love him. But yeah, so I really wanted this place to feel like a family home because that's what it is. Um, so yeah, so I'm still working on the windows. I have already mentioned this, but I freaking love these windows. They are amazing and perfect. Nothing wrong with them ever. They're so fantastic. I use these in almost all of my builds. They're amazing. So, yeah. Also I loved the curtains that I used. I used the butler pack curtains. Yeah. The butler pack curtains. I'm sorry for giving you so many spoilers, but I used the butler pack curtains just in case you were curious. Um, but yeah, the exterior is always really boring because I feel like there's not. It's a lot slower pace. You can only talk about, oh, what color wallpaper did I use on the outside. So this is where that first cut was that this chimney took me, and it wasn't even that I spaced out. This chimney literally took me 3 whole minutes to do. Like 3 whole minutes of footage. That's how long it took me. So anyway, the chimney is fine. It's not my favorite part. I actually don't really like it, but it's fine. So yeah, with that, we're moving to the inside. I'm so excited. The downstairs is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. I love the downstairs area. Oh, I just love it so much. I will say I really like the exterior. I feel like the exterior looked really, really good. And the interior I think matches really well. I will say I think the exterior is a lot darker than the interior is, and you'll see that here in a second. But I think that's honestly a good metaphor for Rice and that whole the entire night court, like they just seem a lot more intimidating on the outside, and then they're really, really awesome and warm on the inside. So I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah. Sorry, I just love these books. Also, you can probably hear my dog going crazy. But anyway, so yeah. Also, I really wanted that fireplace because a townhome needs to have a fireplace, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Needs it. Needs it. So yeah. Um, but anyway, so this is probably about the point that I'm realizing that I need some lights. Yep. Realize I need some lights because hey, you actually can't see when everything's dark. You actually can't see when everything's dark. So that's really cool. But anyway, so yeah, so I really love arches as I said. Like is there a lot of walls? Yes, but I still had to do some open spaces. So there's free movement in between all of the common areas. I put so I can't tell if I'm showing you yet. I don't think I'm showing you yet. No, I'm not. So I'm just doing like flooring and wallpaper. I loved this wallpaper. I thought it fit so well. It was gorgeous. I'm so obsessed with it. Um, but it took me forever to find because I never use it. Most of my builds are not super fancy, um, but yeah. Oh, I found it. I love it so much. Are you kidding me? Like, look at that. That's perfection. Oh, it's so good. I really liked the blue because I don't know. I thought it'd be nice. I wish they had purple because I've always thought that Rice is just purple. He's purple, he's purple, he's black and purple. But they didn't have a purple and that's totally okay. So I actually, after the dining room, I kind of changed my mind on the wallpaper. I went into more of like a red color because the blue just wasn't cutting it. It looked too spring. That makes sense. To those of you who have read the books, that made sense to you. But yeah, this is also the moment when I'm realizing what I want this aesthetic to be. And I've already shared it basically. It is elegant and it's classy, but it is lived in. Like, look at the dining table. The dining table is so elegant. It's really expensive, but the chairs are, country. Like, they almost don't fit, but they do. And that's, I think, the whole point of this house is that it is elegant and it's serious, but it's also comfy and it's funny and that's basically the whole relationship with everybody is that yeah. So anyway, sorry I'm rambling. I told you I love these books and I will continue to ramble. But yeah, I just added this little nook. I'm a big fan of some bay window seating, if I'm being for real. I love it so much. And the amount of windows I put in this house, they all worked so well. I'm gonna build townhouses for the rest of my life because this house is gorgeous on the exterior. The interior flows so well, and the amount of windows that I could use without it looking stupid, and the roofing looked good. Oh my gosh. I'm building this house forever because it's so easy. It really is. Once you figure it out, it's so easy. Oh, butler windows spotted. But like look at them. Are you kidding me? That's so cute. I love them. I don't know. Maybe they look bad. Maybe I'm not an interior designer, whatever, but I think they're cute. So, what can I say? But I always want to use those seasons curtains and I literally can never use them because I don't know how to use them. I don't know. I just I love the long curtain rod look, but it never works out how I want it to. So back to the Bella windows. Also, I wish we had another like curtain rod. Like I wish we had individual curtain rod spaces so that way we can make our own like long curtain rod. You know what I'm saying? That would be so nice. Oh, that'd be so great. And the fireplace really made me sad because I wish that there was like a better tone for this one, but I think it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Cats and dogs always comes in clutch. This might be a hot take, but I'm obsessed with cats and dogs. Like some of their furniture. I think it's so pretty. Oh, I just love it and I love how cohesive it is. All of the swatches match and they're all the same style. And you're like, yeah, of course they do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, they don't. No, they do not. But I always try to find an excuse to use that Shay, and it never, ever works. It literally never works. I cannot use a Shay to save my life. But yeah, so I mean, did you see like the fancy armchairs versus like these couches? I would not consider these couches to be fancy. I mean, I think they're not shabby, but I don't think that they're fancy. I think that they look like a comfy leather couch, which is my family. We have a leather couch, and it is well, we did, and it was the comfiest thing ever. I was obsessed. So this is kind of me, just like that. Look at that end table. That's a marble top end table, but these leather couches aren't even shiny. Like, this is a very lived in but fancy house. I think that was a really important distinction for me to make. So yeah, picking out coffee tables now, super super duper rib. Yeah. I really wanted to put more lamps in this room, but I barely put any lamps in this room. Also, can we talk about that window? Gorgeous. 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 I also did not put hardly any plants indoors. Like, at all. I just gave up. I was like, oh well. Oh well. That middle one actually doesn't get any type of curtain at all. But okay, maybe I'm crazy for this. Rugs. I think rugs look so good in a living room or anywhere really. I just am obsessed with rugs. And I think that they're really important because a lot of the times I'll have like brown couches because I'm used to a brown couch, but I'll have brown couches to match my brown floors and then they just look the same. So you need a rug underneath, right? None of the rug swatches match. I wish we had like a small circle rug with the same patterns, a large circle rug with the same patterns. a large square rug, a small square rug, a large rectangle, a small rectangle, a tiny rectangle. Like, I wish we had like the same swatches and patterns in multiple different size rugs. I know somebody out there agrees with me because I hate doing rugs so much because of that. Like, if a space is huge, how do you do two different rugs? Because you can just use the same rug. You literally cannot just use the same rug. And I am really proud of myself. I did not size anything up this time because normally I'll size up this one in particular. This very specific, it's like the white fluffy rug that's like 2 by 1. And I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so cute. I actually used to have a white fluffy rug myself, and I was so obsessed with it. And I normally size it up, but I didn't because it wasn't the vibes. But anyway, sorry. I was yapping. So that's the study. Um, Now we're moving on to the bathroom. I really like that sink. I think it's so cute. Ugh, I just love it. And then, of course, you have to match the toilet. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? And some plants. I did add plants. Okay. I had forgotten that I had added these plants. Okay. Okay. Good for me. So now is the kitchen. I'll either do the kitchen first or last. And I don't know what it is. Oh, still not even doing it yet. Oh my god. I forgot about this. So this part actually irks my soul. I hate it so much. So I wanted to do a runner. I feel like not every house can have a runner. Not every house can have a runner at all. And I finally figured, I was like, this house can totally have a runner. And I thought it looked so cute. I was like, oh my gosh, shut up. This is so cute. And then I'm placing them. And then I want to see what it looks like with the walls up. Actually, I didn't do it yet, but it looks a little stupid. So, yeah. Oh no. Okay. I was wondering. I thought there was another cut there. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up changing that flooring because I feel like tile wasn't really working. This is still a classy place, So I ended up just doing like a tannish marble, which I think actually looked really a lot better than the tile. And I'm a big fan of like tile or stone of some sort in the kitchen. I don't know. Maybe it's just how I was raised, but I like it. So anyway, yeah, I really also in Tamlin's, the kitchen, I didn't add any cabinets. One thing about me, I love cabinets. Love, 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 love. Full set of cabinets. We're gonna line those walls with cabinets. I think they're perfect in every way. So, as you can see, we put cabinets on here. I just don't like Tamlin. He's all right, but I don't really like him. And I think that's why I didn't put cabinets in his house. I wanted to draw as many distinctions as I could. Like I refused to use certain pieces of furniture in Tamlin's manor because I knew I wanted to use them in Rice's. Is that crazy? I feel like that might be a little crazy, but regardless, that's what happened. So yeah. So again with the kitchen, so I know okay, in the books. Let me just start over. In the books, um, there's like a garden that they mention outside of the townhouse. And I thought that was really important, especially, like for Elaine being a gardener and everything. A lot of important scenes happen in this garden. So obviously there needs to be a garden door. Are we actually joking? And what better place to have a garden door than the kitchen? Oh gosh. I love a kitchen side door. I think it's amazing. I think it's so perfect. I use them in all of my builds. It's really bad. I need to differentiate more because I have so many garden build or um I have so many doors coming out from the kitchen and it's so bad. But anyway, so yeah. So the first floor's done. She's cute. She's super cute actually. I forgot about that arch. Yeah, she's really cute. As you can see, that runner does not look good. This is me realizing that that runner does not look good. But what can you do? Yeah. That's also me giving up. So, second floor. This is probably my least favorite floor because it felt so cramped. I feel like in the books they almost have that like Megamind magic where it's a lot bigger on the outside or on the inside than it is on the outside. Because I almost feel like this house is like bigger than a townhouse would look, but it's not. So I don't know how real life fits all of these like rooms because it's just not, it doesn't work for me. I can't do any downstairs bedrooms like you saw. There's no way I'm fitting a bedroom downstairs. Mm-mm. So yeah, this is also me realizing, oh my gosh, there's 5 people that need to live here. Yikes. Actually, technically more because there's the servants, but what can you do? So I'm trying to section this off as best as I can, and I'm also wondering at the same time, hey, um, why, why are the stairs like crooked? Like, why is that? Okay, let me restart over. Over where the fireplace, like where the chimney is, those rooms are like 3 units width. That's it. That's insane. How does one live in a small, tiny, weeny space like that? I don't know, but I guess our characters are gonna have to. So yeah. So I was trying to figure out who was gonna live where. I figured I'd start with Rice's room, and I said he was purple, but I feel like he's red. I feel like he could be purple and red. You know. So I just thought he'd have like a really simple room. He's got the fireplace because it is his house. But I wanted him to have a little reading nook. I think that was so important. Like a little lamp. Oh, I love it. Are you kidding me? Stop. So yeah, and I also feel like that bed is so Rice. Like that is the most Rice bed I've ever seen in my life. So yeah. For some reason the dresser took me forever. I don't know why. Should have just freaking picked a dresser, but whatever. Um, but yeah, so I ended up having this one be Rice's room, and there's only 3 bathrooms. Technically, it's 2.5. In this house, but again, like book magic. I don't know what to tell you. There's no way I was fitting more bathrooms in here. No way. No freaking way. And I did really want to have that tub that they mentioned in the books, if you know what I mean. But there's not, again, no way that's fitting in here. Literally no shot. So yeah. But another thing that I love about Get Famous is those mirrors. They are the perfect size mirrors. I think they're so amazing. Oh, I just love them. But anyway, so we're moving on to Faber's room. I wanted to keep it kind of like a guest room because they didn't really expect her to come. She just kind of showed up. Like they just kind of brought her. Was never like a plan. It wasn't built for her. Um, so yeah, it's kind of just bland brown furniture, just casual. Um, and then next, I wasn't sure whose room this I wanted this to be, but I ended up choosing this for Morgan. I love Moore. I think she's probably one of my favorite characters. She's so awesome. And I already made The Sims, a few of The Sims. I haven't made Cassian and Azrael yet, but I made her, and she's a blonde baddie, but she also has like her color palette is red. Like she's just all red, white, black. That's her. That's more to me. I just feel it. And of course she has to have this little nook because of course she's amazing. And I also I feel like she's very, and this isn't even just me feeling like that, but I feel like she's very outgoing. So I feel like that rug, she needed some kind of like yikes. Like kind of a little tacky, but not. She's still classy. She's a classy girl, but she needed something a little tacky. So this is actually Azrael's room. I love Azrael. I would never do him bad like this, but I feel like I wanted to make this an accurate room. again, like what, 3, 4 pieces of furniture. I feel like that's all I'd have. Also, that spying table from Strangerville. He's a spy. That's his whole shtick, is that he's a spy. So, you know, okay, okay. And as Cassian, I feel like he just have this huge bed because he's a little playboy, you know. So so yeah, so those are those two. I feel like they would have the smallest rooms. That just made sense to me. Um, living in a camp, of course they're not the smallest rooms. Um, but yeah, so this is me just doing the curtains, realizing there's no windows on the left side of the building. So but yeah. How do you guys think I'm doing? My first ever YouTube video, and I feel like I'm bombing, but whatever. Whatever, can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. So yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys my landscaping, because after I finish the upstairs, I work on the landscaping in the garden area. And it almost feels a little spring cord to me, and that was not my intention at all. I really need to fix the spring cord's landscaping because it's not really extensive. But I also don't really care about the spring cord, so. But I just, at the garden area was really important to me that it felt magical, you know? The mandatory save before you do before you do any landscaping, because it will delete. So yeah. Also, I knew that I wanted like big statement trees, and I really wanted to do a weeping willow. I ended up doing one, but I don't really know how I feel about it. I think it works. I never want to use the same trees, but I also hate using different trees. You know, like, I don't know. I'll figure out how to do landscaping one of these days. I pretty much just use bushes and flowers, and that's it. But I really needed that table, like a 4 person, just a small little table out here, because there's that scene where they're all chatting out there. You gotta have that. So yeah, I really wanted to put this hot springs in, but I didn't do it. I restrained myself. I didn't do it. Whatever. Maybe I'll go back and add it for some quote unquote gameplay actions. But anyway, let's move on. So, yeah, so I'm just putting that table in. Um, I wish that I had like a rooftop area, but it's a townhouse. Maybe I don't know anything about townhouses. Maybe I'm crazy. That could be true. I might just be stupid. I would super duper believe that if you told me that. But, this is what we're working with, so it's gonna have to do. And I'm also a really big fan of like a bench underneath of a tree, like a weeping willow type tree. I think that is just so pretty. But yeah. Here come my bushes, by the way. My bushes incoming. Oh, that sounded bad. My flower bushes incoming. This is not gonna be a PG video. I didn't even say anything bad. I can just tell it's not going to be. Oh no, YouTube. YouTube, if I get famous enough, please monetize me. It'll never happen again, YouTube. But yeah, I really didn't want the whole fence to be a bunch of flowers, but I definitely wanted there to be like a fenced in, like, but not really fenced. I guess, okay. I really wanted there to be like a hedge area, like a bunch of flowers. So I kind of just made my own, and I think it looks actually really bomb. I was so proud of this landscaping. I thought it was so cute. So yeah. Um. So I also really wanted to add some like gardening aspects because it just kind of felt empty. I probably should have done like a fountain in there as well, but I didn't, and it's okay. The nice thing about it being up on the gallery is that you guys can do that. I don't have to. But I really, really, really love the Enchanted by Nature like tabletop flower pots. I think those are so pretty. I just love them. So yeah, I ended up doing a couple different types, but I think when I actually use this for gameplay, because I do want to do a playthrough, when I use this for gameplay, I really want to have some planter boxes so Elaine can do her thing. Oh, speaking of, I already built their little shack. It's a 2-bedroom shack, just like how it said in the books. And I even have the painted dresser. I even have the freaking painted dresser. That's right. You know it. So, yeah. Um, I really, really love this area. So, I really wanted to add some more landscaping. Um, and actually, you'll see that here in just a second. Okay, so here it is. Here's my baby. Oh, I'm so obsessed with her. Oh, she's gorgeous. I love her. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I'm just so obsessed. I'm sorry. So here's the front. Is she not gorgeous? The evening light is so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed. Okay, I guess you like need a tour or whatever. So, so coming in here, we have that god awful rug. I hate it so bad. But anyway, so here's our little entryway, super cute. Our dining room. I've never done one of these before, if you can't tell. So there's the dining room. It's a little mishmash, but I love it. Kitchen area. I feel like you guys have already seen this, but it's whatever. Bathroom. Oh, bathroom. Study. I think it's really cute. Here's that. Also, these bookcases, it was really important that I had bookcases in here. Um, but yeah, little living room. I love it. So gorgeous. In Tamlin's house, there's like no bookcases. And I really want to do like a House of Wind or, like the Moonlight Palace, I think. I really want to do that and have some bookcases in there. So anyway, upstairs now. So it's really boring. You've already seen it. This is Rice's room. Bathrooms. This is Miss Feyre's. Anyway, this is Morgan's. Love her. Asriel Cassian. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer if I'm being honest. Oh, so now out to the garden, which I'm so proud of. I think it's gorgeous. Oh, no terrain paint. Amazing. Fantastic. I knew that was going to happen. I'm not cutting this video. I'm going to just fix it on camera. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me find it really quick. This is such a bad first YouTube video. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so as I oh my gosh, as I fix this, yeah, you can kind of see the garden a lot better. I think it's so pretty. I think that the gravel path really adds to it. That's why it felt so bare when I was just looking at it by itself. All of my dirt underneath of all the flowers is gone as well, so that's awesome. But yeah, so that's the garden area. I love her. I think she's gorgeous. This is my child. I'm so obsessed. So, yeah. I hope you love it. I love it. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if I should do some other videos. But yeah. I'm definitely going to do other videos. I don't care if you ask me to or not. But anyway, all right. Bye, everybody.